Well, guys, welcome to my first podcast ever. But today is not about me. Today is about the tour that we have started, Your Golf Tour, YGT. We got Wesley, we've got George, and we have a missing seat right here, which is going to be our fourth captain of this tour. We have a lot to talk about today. We're going to go over all the details about the tour. But let's start this out really quick, introducing the fourth captain to YGT, someone that we thought a lot about. And we wanted to make sure that this fourth guy was who we wanted. And we're excited to announce, come on in here, Brad Dalke.
Woo! Brad Dalke!
Baby. Let's go.
Welcome in.
This is going to be
unbelievable.
Welcome to the tour, Brad.
I appreciate it, fellas. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, well, we've got a lot to talk about today. Wesley, before we get into this podcast and talk about all the details of the tour, go over everything that we're going to cover today, because we have a lot.
A little run of show, how it's going to work today. We're going to first talk about how and where to watch these YGT events. We're going to go over the origin story. We're going to reveal the entire roster, so that's coming up. We got our locations, the format, some of the purses, and then a little bit of casting future vision. So maybe some qualifiers or expansion, or whatever. So we got some future plans to discuss, but I think we should dive right in.
Before we get into the origin, let's just talk about where we're at. We are sitting on the fairway here at the Wynn in Vegas. This is where the $1 million stroke play event will happen with 17 people. There's going to be 16 people that we are going to announce, but 17 will be here. And we're going to get exactly how we get to that. There's a lot to get into. But yes, we are here in the fairway at the Wynn. We got the Sphere over there to the right. The hotel is right there behind us.
This place is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yep. Unreal.
Yeah.
So all roads on the YGT are going to lead us here to the Wynn, playing for a lot of money. So it's going to be fun. Let's get into the origin. Like, where did it start? Because the funny part is that actually it started a couple years ago. We started kind of crafting some ideas of how to bring us all together. But when it really got real, ironically enough, was an opportunity that the Wynn brought to us.
Yeah, I think the Wynn did spark the origin of this tour. They came to us and said, we have $1 million we want people to compete for that are on YouTube. And they want this to be a staple in YouTube golf, this course. And I'll tell you what, playing it and getting to see the conditions here, it's perfect. So every year, ideally for this tour, we want it to build up to this moment, this golf course. And yeah, they kind of sparked the idea of this tour. I remember Wesley and we had like a 4
Well, they came to us. This was like probably almost a year before we even had this marathon FaceTime that we'll get into. But they just wanted to build the premier creator event. Yeah. And they wanted it to be here at the Wynn. Yeah. And then George and I remember we were in Myrtle Beach in a parking lot on a FaceTime actually with the Wynn's marketing team, with Joe and Josh, and they were like, build us an unbelievable event, and you got a pretty large budget for it. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. That was pretty unbelievable. So we kind of took it back. We stewed on it, which led us to George. Talk about how we got the conversation about the tour.
I mean, it's just kind of crazy because they didn't even say what they wanted. They just said, we want to have, like you said, the premier creator event. They didn't give us any outline. They just said premier creator event. Wesley and Grant and we've talked, like, how do you get a tour? How do you get all of YouTube golf, the best YouTube golf together, film a video, blah, blah. And Wesley and Grant were crazy enough to be, and they were like, I think this is the time. Let's just pitch them on this tour. Like, they didn't say a full tour. They just said one event, but like, this is our chance.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen everything done in the YouTube space. Like, being a part of it for a while now, we've seen everything done, and we want this to be different. We don't want this to be the same thing. But yeah, Wesley and we got on a 4-hour long, 5-hour long
So how it started was we had like this team FaceTime with all of our teams. We're on it. We were on our group chat. Yep. We started with a FaceTime, and it went for probably 2 hours, like an hour to 2 hours. We scheduled like an hour to talk about this opportunity. It went a little long. And then I guess someone was going back to text in the group thread, and this was like 4 hours later, and Grant and I are still on the same FaceTime call that hasn't hung up.
Yeah.
And they were like, what are y'all doing? We're like, this is going to sound crazy, because Joe and Josh pop in. We're like, I think we want to build a tour. Like a tour.
I know, it's insane.
It's hard enough to build an event to the scale of which they want to build it. Now you want to put a tour on our plate.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's what we want to do. Took it back to the Win. They loved it, and they were like, can we host the championship? I mean, you can.
Absolutely.
You want the first event, you want the second
We'd be
event, you want all the
honored.
events, like
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you want. So
Yeah, so that's kind of a quick way on how it happened, and then from there it's the back end work on starting a tour. Huge thank you to everybody involved, our managers and everyone that's just put so much time in on the back end launching this and getting all the details locked in.
So the big part about the origin of the tour, it was just the three of us in the very beginning that were crafting this tour. We kind of had visions of like who we wanted to be involved.
Yeah.
And at that point we had spent months and months and months of kind of planning and building out this event, this tour. And then it got to the point where we actually had to pick up the phone and start calling some people, gauging some interest of
Who would want to be a part of this?
yeah. And can you be a part of it? Like schedules and contracts, and I mean, we went through the whole charade with everybody, and we needed some commitments to fill out a roster.
Yeah.
And so,
But we also needed it to be valuable for everybody to show up. We needed enough money. We needed the purse to be high enough. It needed to be in everyone's interest to actually fly out to these events and have enough value around it. So let's get right in. We're gonna come out hot. We're gonna announce the roster.
But before the roster, how about, do you want to like where they can watch it, where like kind of push them to that? Just keep them waiting a little bit longer, or do we want to hop right into it?
Well, no. Right now, that's a great point, George, because right now we are collabed with the YGT channel. We are collabed with the Bryan Bros as well. But if you guys see in the description or who we are collabed with, you will see the YGT handle there. Guys, let's see if we can get to 100,000 subs before we even launch this tour. I think right now, when we're posting this, the page has 25,000 subs. So I believe we can get to 100K before we launch this tour.
This is the tour that we have built for you guys. Like, we have listened to y'all say y'all love the competitive aspect that y'all bring to YouTube. We love watching the major cut. We love watching some of these more competitive series that we've built. And now this is exactly what we felt like you guys wanted, and so here it is. So show some love to that page.
Yeah,
let's
see how many subs we can get on YGT.
I think it'll get to 100K.
You think so?
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Pretty quickly.
Okay.
Do you think 100,000 people are even going to watch this to go and subscribe?
I would hope so.
I know my mom's gonna watch. I know for
my
sure.
mom definitely will.
My mom, my dad. But before we get into this roster, I want to say we spent a lot of time thinking about who we wanted to select to be a part of this tour in year one. Now it's going to evolve. There's things that are going to happen. But for year one, these core 16 people that we selected, it was first based on skill. We wanted the people in the YouTube golf space that have once chased the pro dream and really take golf seriously, but then also have a personality and they're entertaining and people love to watch them. So when we go over this list, every single name here, these people take golf seriously. They're very good, and a lot of them were aspiring pros, and they still are. So, yeah, let's start out here with Brad Dalke's main guy. You can name him.
Yeah, I might have already kind of leaked this.
Yeah,
Kind
a little bit. I leaked a little bit.
You were on Garrett's channel.
Yeah, we were on Garrett's channel, and two of my fellow Good members, Garrett Clark and Sean Walsh, will be a part of this. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bring it up.
Very excited to have them. I mean, Garrett's obviously one of the YouTube royalties.
Yeah,
I mean, he's on the Mount Rushmore of YouTube
absolutely.
golf.
Exactly. One
So,
of the OG YouTube golfers. And then Sean, a little bit of a newcomer like me. I think he's only been in the game for a couple years now, YouTube business, and he's obviously, he can beat anybody in the world on any given day. So I think
just
they're
not
both
you
gonna
as of late.
No, I do have his number most of the time. But I think those would be great additions.
Yeah, and I remember when I called Garrett and invited him to the tour, he immediately said, like, I got to get practicing. Like, I'm fired up.
He's pumped.
He's fired up
Let's
to
go.
really take his game serious.
Yeah.
And that's the cool part about this tour. Like, he's taking this.
That's what we want.
Yeah, he's getting fired up to go practice now and, like, really put time into his game. So, Garrett and Sean, right out of the gates, we've got the good members.
And then let's sling it over to George, because, again, when we're building this thing out with really good players, George has a couple that he, well, there was a couple that you really wanted, basically said non-negotiable.
There was a couple that were non-negotiable for me. Roger Steele, and Mr. Toombs.
Yeah.
He is my
Do you even know his actual name?
Luke Toombs. Did
Oh,
you know
I
his
thought,
actual?
I didn't.
I
I just
didn't.
thought his name was Toombs.
I thought it was Toombs.
But no, he is my New Zealand. Like he is. When I look at him, I'm like, that's me. Like he loves golf. He's played a very high level. Still, like he's not playing pro golf, but still he has that itch to just.
He is definitely good enough.
Yes, and I
Definitely
was
good
like, he
enough.
has to be.
He's
he has
very
to be a
good.
part of this.
Very good.
And then Roger Steele is kind of there's a few wild cards here, but he's relatively unknown-ish on the YouTube side of things.
He's
but
known everywhere else, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's a rock star in the golf
And
space.
every time I've played against Roger Steele, he has gone crazy. He
Yeah.
hits it
He can play
340.
really good golf.
Short game's incredible. He is somebody to look out for. So Roger Steele.
But and he's
And we have
also
Toombs.
he's way too good like playing the game of golf to always have a microphone in his hand.
No.
Yeah.
Like
He
so
needs to
it
be out there
was
on the
it was
course.
basically we got to get this guy on the golf course because he really is a stick.
no.
Yeah, and then let's stay in that lane. And the next two, we have Luke Kwan.
Ooh.
Luke Kwan. I mean, that's just a
Yeah,
given.
it's given.
I mean, Luke's been in the space for a long time. Great golfer. Once was on the Korn Ferry Tour. Had a lot of status over in the PGA Tour China.
Mhm.
He really he does still take golf serious. He plays a lot of tournaments. He's going to bring a super competitive aspect.
And he was also one of those first people that was chasing a content dream while chasing professional golf and documenting that story. So
Yeah.
bringing one of the guys that was like really, really out in front of the content creation space and merging it with professional golf makes nothing but complete sense to have that.
That's my
Absolutely.
former teammate too, by the way.
Oh,
OU.
yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he was
Did you
Did
like
he
him in
sleep-
college?
Did he sleep in college?
He liked to sleep. Yeah, I think he's always liked to sleep.
Golly.
He was a senior and I was a freshman, so there's definitely like the little we
Yeah.
were friends, but he was there's a little senior
Oh, yeah, for
freshman
sure.
dynamic.
Did he bully
but-
you in college?
No, the good. See, my freshman class we had 5 guys,
Burgers
so we
and
kind
fries?
of had, yeah, we had like half the team. So like we didn't really get bullied because we
Y'all
had
could
some,
unite.
we had Quade Cummins, Blaine Hale. We had some big boys
Oh.
that could
Good
take-
players
we could
too.
take-
Those
Yeah.
are also
Yeah.
some tier players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after Luke Kwan, we have Taco Golf. And that golf
Wow.
swing, starting out
Which one?
with that. I mean,
He's
he's
got
got
a
any
lot of
golf
them.
swing. We'll see which one shows up for the YGT, but he's incredible. I mean, really good golfer. Played pro golf. And
He's
just
had a
has
lot of success in
beautiful-
pro golf.
Yeah, he has.
Won the New Zealand Open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think was that the one? Yeah. I
Yeah.
had no idea. Or was it Australian Open? New Zealand
Yeah.
Open?
Do we know
What-
his
one of
actual
those.
name?
Well, 5 years ago.
Do we know his actual name, or is it just Taco Golf?
I think
Golf his last
his name is like Ta.
Is it Ty?
Tai Co. Or.
Don't know.
It's
just,
Taco.
I think
But
his
we have
first name's
Taco. You guys probably have seen him.
Yep.
And then moving on,
let
still
me-
in that lane.
Well, let me get to my couple favorites
'Kay.
because one of them is in that lane, and it's Sam Hung Min,
yeah.
my spirit animal.
Wild card.
I think that he is a rising superstar in the YouTube golf space.
Yep.
Also, he has a very good playing background as well. Chased it professionally. He's played on a lot of different tours. Had some marginal success. But just a guy I like filming a lot with. And
Yep.
so if we're going to be starting this thing, like there's a camaraderie that we need amongst all of us, and he fills that gap for me. I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Yep. For sure.
And if you don't know who Sam is, y'all need to go check
Yeah,
him
go back
out.
and watch
He's
some of those
unbelievable.
videos.
And then another one of my all-time OG from the very beginning when we started doing YouTube 15 years ago that we filmed with Peter Finch.
Peter
He is-
Finch.
Peter
Yes.
Peter Finch.
Yes.
Also,
Round of applause for
I-
Peter.
I
Finch.
think-
Peter Finch.
I think also on the Mount Rushmore of YouTube golf.
Yeah, he's been
And
doing
he
it
is
longer
loved
than-
by everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peter's
he's the
going to be
best.
so much fun.
If there's a
Yeah.
negative comment in here saying, "Oh, we don't want Peter Finch," then
Yeah.
shame on that individual.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's not more than one person that doesn't like
Yeah.
Peter Finch.
But yeah, Peter Finch. And then let's keep going on here. We have Micah Morris.
Ooh.
Micah Morris as
Mr.
well.
Morris.
That one's going to be awesome. I mean, Micah is, you can tell right now he's shifted towards just trying to play pro golf.
And all
So
about
this is
performance.
all about getting better at golf. So that one's going to be fun to watch. You guys have seen Micah. I know you have.
And he's been playing some really good golf as of
yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
So Micah's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to be super competitive. Rounding us out here, we have 3 people left. One was a given, and then there's 2 other guys that we think are still going to be breakout stars, people that are not necessarily known in the YouTube golf world as much as they should. But let's start with the given, Ryan Ruffles.
Yeah.
One of the top amateurs in the game, has had a reasonable amount of success on the PGA Tour, and just one of the best, like a premier golfer in the YouTube space.
Yeah. He's incredible at golf. I mean, I think he was the 3rd ranked amateur in the world. Has played in like 15 PGA Tour events. Very, very solid golfer.
And I'm not going to spoil it.
I think you can.
But if you do want to go back and watch your last video, something.
And then our video.
You might have seen something.
You might be watching him next week, actually. Now that
I don't know when this is coming out, but Ryan is playing in a PGA Tour event.
No, I think it's literally next week.
Yeah. So he was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But these other two, I'll go. Josh Kelly.
Josh Kelly, hole-in-one trick shots.
He has been around doing content since day one, trick shots. But the last few years, he's made an effort to do YouTube, which again is out of his comfort zone. Which I'm very proud that he. Because I mean, it's risky doing it. It's scary doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
But he has made an effort to do YouTube, and his game has gotten a lot better. He has made he's in the PGA program. He's entering and playing in PGA events in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Guy can make a lot of birdies too.
Yeah, and he's going to bring the energy more than anyone, Josh Kelly.
And he also just built like a golf farm in Alabama to move to like really hone in on his craft. So, so excited to have Josh Kelly.
And then the final one. This is a guy that I have wanted since the beginning of this tour. This final spot here was one that was kind of hard to fill because there were so many options, so many great options. But this one guy, I just feel like there's no one like him. And he's just
no, there isn't.
He's out there.
Such a nice guy, but he is out there. The way he dresses, the way he plays golf. Chance Taylor.
His accent.
You've maybe heard that name if you are on TikTok and on social media. He does a lot of short form content, but in the YouTube world, not many people know him.
Yeah.
And Chance Taylor, I'm calling it right now. He's going to be a breakout star on the tour.
Unbelievably good golfer.
Yeah, very
good. Old
good.
country boy.
Yeah, good old country boy.
It's just a fun, again, we're built, like Wesley mentioned, we're building this tour around being a good golfer, yes, but we also want to enjoy being around, building something with people that we enjoy being around. And he brings, he's always smiling, his attitude is amazing, and that makes a difference when we're doing this thing, having someone that, he's here to win and compete, but also is here to have fun and make everyone else have more fun, which makes better content, makes us, I don't know. It's so
he's going to be one of our teammates too.
Yeah.
So it's like having someone you want to be teammates with and go fight for and go try to help him.
Exactly.
Help him win a lot of money. He can help one of us win a lot of money. I mean, that's part of it too.
And I know when you're saying teammates and all this, people have no idea right now the format, which we're going to get into, and we're going to explain exactly how that works. But
we did mention a 17th player joining us here at the Win.
Yeah, I want to get out in front of this right now because
let's go ahead and dive into this one.
After the launch of the tour, and the reason we called this Your Golf Tour is because we want feedback in the comments on your guys' opinions on different aspects, whether it's formats, players, how things should work. We do want to hear from you guys, but the main thing that we heard after launching,
if there was any negative feedback,
if there was
negative
feedback, there was a lot of positivity, but it was, we don't just want to see the same faces in YouTube golf. We want to see new faces, and we want to have people that have the ability to qualify or make it on the tour. And so we have added the wild card aspect, and that's going to bring us into
some energy.
Yeah, but it's also going to bring us into the format of this tour and how exactly this is going to work. You see right here, there's 4 captains, and how this is going to work, each captain will select 3 players for their team on draft night, which will be the first event at Purcell Farms. So we will have a draft night, and that order will be determined in a way that you guys will see in the future. But there's going to be a draft night, and we're going to be selecting our team. Now, the wild card will come into play because each captain will be responsible for bringing in 1 person to each event. So a 5th player. Now, we're not allowed to tell each other who that is. It can be anybody.
And we're not allowed to take the same person to another event. So once you have used a wild card, no other captain can choose them. They can't appear again.
So we will all bring 3 separate people throughout the season.
Yep. Yep. So technically you just need to take care of 3 different people. It could be Bryson DeChambeau. It could be Scotty Scheffler. It could be Tiger Woods.
It could be your local club pro.
It could be your local club pro.
It could literally be anybody.
It could be anybody. So
if you want to host a qualifier for your wild card spot on your YouTube channel, you can do whatever you want with this wild card.
I'm going to be doing some scouting though. I want that guy out there. I want that guy out there that's just so good that nobody knows about, and he's He's winning everything, but nobody hears about it.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to do some deep diving, but that is going to be a fun aspect of this tour for year one, to see new faces, and you never know who you're going to get each tour stop. Now, let's go into the format here.
Well, let's mention the 17th man. So we're going to have all of these wild cards accumulated at the end. There's going to be 12 of them. And they're all going to be invited to a one-day shootout qualifier to join us here at the Wynn in the championship to be playing for that $1 million.
Let's go into the format and let's talk about that, exactly how that's going to work, because we're going to have 4 different stops for year one on this tour. And we'll go ahead and just list those locations here. We have Purcell Farms.
Wow. Listen to all the locations. Let's go.
Yeah.
Which, again, Purcell Farms is important because when YouTube golf really became a thing, right around COVID, there was a big retreat with a bunch of content creators at Purcell Farms.
Yep.
And so you can't tell the story of YouTube golf without Purcell Farms being a part of it. So very important that that's the first one.
So we go from Purcell Farms, then we go to the Teeth of the Dog, which is in the Dominican.
Which is Sean's home course.
Yeah, Sean will be loving the fact that we're going down there.
So we're going to have that. We're going to go from the Alabama feel to then the islands. We're going to be we're going to be on the islands, and then we're going to head to Cuddalong, which is in Virginia. It's a wonderful golf course, and then we will head to the 4th stop, where the individual aspect will come into play for the YGT, which is here at the Wynn for $1 million. So that's how the locations are going to work. Year one has 4 stops. Now the formats. Let's dive into exactly how this is going to work.
And how they're going to watch, where they're going to be able to view, and how it's going to bounce.
Yeah.
And each event will be broken up into 3. Round 1, Grant Horvat's channel. Round 2, Bryan Bros channel. And round number 3, the finale of the whole event, will be on the YGT YouTube channel. Now, let's get into the weeds, the things that people actually want to hear about.
So how it's going to get interesting is after 9 holes, we're going to have essentially an 18-hole qualifier to cut it down to the final 2 teams. The front 9, like we mentioned, is going to be on Grant's channel. Then it's going to come to ours where the wild cards come into play. So the captains, us sitting up here, are going to be responsible for benching one of our teammates. And bringing in our wild card.
And that's a lot. That's a lot.
And it's a must. It's not a
you got to kick one person
off. If all of our guys are playing good,
firing on all cylinders,
we have to still pick one to boot and bring the wild card in.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
And
it's going to cause some drama.
It's going to be based on play. Like if you see a guy, if you're a captain and you see a guy struggling on your team who's not performing to the way you think that he should, your wild card is ready to go. So he's coming in no matter what on the Bryan Bros channel.
Yep.
At Purcell Farms, I think we're planning on starting off with a good old classic scramble on your channel.
Yep.
And then we're going to go to alternate shot on Bryan Bros. And then the championship is going to be 5 1v1s.
Yep.
With our alternates going to be playing.
Yep.
And whoever just got the boot from the lineup is going to have to go back in there and try and win it for their team. So that's kind of how the run of show is going to be for the first one.
Just for Purcell, subject to change, we want to also hear your guys' thoughts on formats. What do you like to see? We know scrambles are hot. We know alternate shots a fun one. And then we're going to cover the 1v1s as well. So we're going to cover all the formats at Purcell. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, half of the field will go home after the first 18 holes.
I know, that's so sad. And to kind of back up and go talk about the formats is like, we don't want to go away from what makes YouTube golf YouTube golf. Like we don't want to do 18-hole stroke play super serious every single time. It's like, no, YouTube golf is fun because we do scrambles. We do alt shots. We do these fun things that keep it competitive, but also like fun, light, different.
And also the 4-man scrambles aren't necessarily the most competitive. So what we've decided to do is actually break up into 2-man teams. So like there's more thinking about, like us captains are going to have to match the games together. And
there's going to be a lot of pressure on the captains to make the right choices. Also who you draft. Like draft night is going to be huge. Like that will set up your team for the entire first season.
Yeah. And
like those will be your 3 main guys that are there every single tournament. Now your wild card is going to change. But
speaking of wild card, just the pressure, you're talking about pressure, the pressure that wild card's going to have, they're going to be coming in probably like to try to like make a net, like they want to help the team out. They want to play really well. They want to win.
Yeah.
And the pressure.
A lot of them might be their first YouTube video. It might be
we have to make a decision whether like we want someone who it's their first YouTube experience,
Yeah.
which, as we know, YouTube
get
golf
nervy.
is different in front of the camera than it
Yeah.
is just playing normal golf. So it's like, do I pick the really good golfer that's never played in front of a YouTube camera, or do I pick the really good golfer that might not be as good, but he's played in front of the camera, he kind of gets
I
a little
know.
more.
Yeah,
So there's definitely, I mean, there's strategy involved in a lot of what
Yeah.
we're doing.
for
up
sure.
here.
And Brad, we're gonna let you go ahead and talk about the purse.
Okay.
Because that's
Oh,
gonna be a big
goodness.
thing with this tour. How the standings will happen and how it's gonna work. It's not gonna be a point system. It's gonna be a money system. So what your team has earned throughout the year, that is gonna be the most important thing. Like where your team is finishing. Because, Brad, go ahead and tell us first, second, third, fourth, what
Yeah,
those
so
teams will get.
For the first 3 events, 4th place team will be getting 25K, 25,000 as a team. So obviously that'll be split up between the team, but as a total, 25,000.
Just to make sure that like all the
Yeah, like,
expenses are
yeah, we
covered
don't-
and
break
that
even.
you-
Exactly. 3rd place team, which again will be getting cut from, they're not gonna be able to play that last day, but they will get 50,000.
Mhm.
So that could, even though those last 2 teams will be getting cut, there still could be some
Yeah.
That's a
big,
lot. That's
big
a
pu-
lot of
yeah,
money.
so, I mean, that's
Yeah.
$5,000
Yeah.
individually
Yeah.
each. So there could be some big putts made coming down the stretch that will be important for getting 3rd versus getting 4th.
Yeah, you're double the amount you make.
Exactly. 2nd place,
Then it gets spicy.
and it gets real spicy. 2nd place team will be getting $175,000 in total.
I can't divide that out, but that's
It's a
gonna
good
be
amount.
nice. It's
It's
gonna
a
be a
good amount.
nice
That'd be a
little-
nice
for
little
just
payday.
couple
for-
days of
for
golf.
2 days of golf.
Yeah.
with your buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the first place team for each and every, or all the first 3 events will be $250,000 as a team. So in total, $500,000 purses for the first 3 events for each event. And that's,
Yeah,
that's
The final
unreal.
one could go
Crazy.
up. It's $1 million right now, but it could go up.
We'll say it's $1
So,
million.
can you
plus.
imagine if someone else comes like and sees, hey, we want to be a part of this, and what if it's like a $5 million purse? Like, so just think like ridiculous on the front.
I don't know. And again,
Oh.
pretty much everything's subject to change. But we do know that we have these purses for the first 3 locked in.
Yep.
And we're going to have like a running money list essentially for Team Brad, for Team Grant, for Team George, for Team Wesley. And
Yeah.
it's going to be really competitive. And I've seen it. We've done the duels, we've done skins games, like our $100,000 skins game. And you, like Grant, you played in our first ever skins game on Bryan Bros Golf. Like when you
Yeah.
start playing for money for
Yeah.
the first time and you have putts for a substantial amount,
Yeah.
like your
Oh,
body does weird
I
things.
fully yeah, it was not okay. Like I couldn't feel my hands, and I was like, it was different.
Well, it's
and I've
also,
never
I
felt
feel like
that.
for this, because it's like, it's not just individual money. Like, I'm not going to have a 5-footer to make myself a lot of money. It's going to be to make me and my team a lot of money. Which I
yeah,
feel
your
like,
team's relying on
yeah,
it.
it's added pressure. It's going to, I mean, there's going to be some crazy pressure moments.
Yeah.
For sure.
throughout this
But
season.
this brings me into one of the main things I want to make clear with the vision of this tour and where it's going to go, because I just feel like this is not just a YouTube golf, another 16 people just competing for money and that's it. Like, this is going to expand.
Yep.
And I want this to be a viable option for people that have not quite made it to the highest level in golf. Maybe that they have not quite made it to the PGA Tour. They haven't quite made it to the tour of their dreams. And this could be an option for them. When we host qualifiers, when the captains see people out there that they want to draft, I want this to be an option for them to, first off, make enough money. Like, this could be a huge break for
Could
somebody.
be a
that-
life-changing opportunity for a lot of people.
A lot of those guys are living out of their cars. I've heard so many stories of people that
Been
are
there.
just struggling on the mini tours. Yeah, and they're
Been
living
there.
out of their cars, and
They're
they're
sitting next to 3 guys that struggle
Yeah.
on mini tours.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you kind of missed that.
I just
but
never
Yeah.
gave that one a go. But I want to see those lives change. Like, I want them to be fired up to play on this tour, and hopefully their lives will change. And also, from a social media perspective, they will be known after this tour if they're a breakout star. And so that is such a cool thing to think about. People that have not quite made it, they're great golfers, but nobody knows about them,
Yeah.
and they might be able to play on the YGT. Now, also, we want this thing to expand.
Yeah.
So year 1, we have those 16 core people plus the wild cards. But moving into year 2, we want to have qualifiers. So each captain is right now we have it where each captain is going to be responsible for hosting qualifiers and picking a bunch of people that they want to see compete for one spot on their team.
Why are we going to have qualifiers? I don't even think we mentioned it. The worst part about this whole deal for us, someone's getting relegated.
Yeah.
Someone's getting kicked off our team based off of performance at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And, well, I don't even think it's every single team, right?
Every team.
Doesn't matter if your team wins it all.
We're going to have to
you
give
are
someone the boot.
having to kick someone off.
Yeah, that's where it's going to get tricky.
That's tough.
I don't know how I'm going to say that.
It's like we were trying to avoid it this whole podcast.
Yeah, there will be relegations.
But that's before. What about like just 2 or like 1? Does it have to be 4?
I mean,
subject
again,
to change.
we don't really know what the free agency or the qualification process to get them back. We know
maybe
that
one day they'll come back.
Yeah.
You never know. You might see them again.
they
might go win the qualifier to get
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
So, yeah.
But yes,
they might go start their own team. We don't really know where this thing's going to go.
Yeah, and going back to the feedback that we saw once again, we want to expand this thing. We want new faces, new people coming in that are just so great at golf when we host these qualifiers that make it onto the tour. So we're looking to expand into year 2 to get, it could be 32 people, it could be 48. But we want to expand our team.
So I think the plan right now is in January we're going to be hosting one or multiple, depending on y'all's interest and other content creators' interest, as long as they kind of fit from the very beginning. Like, we don't want to lose sight on the vision of, one, it being a lot of fun, people that are bought into creating content, but also playing at a high level. So depending on what that interest is, if we have to open it up, multiple qualifiers, but I think the plan is in January, going ahead and churning some of those out.
Yeah, so if there's people out there that really want to be on this tour,
get ready.
Just know that we see your videos. We saw Michael Block post one talking about how he's never actually been on a tour in his life. He's played in some majors, but he's never officially been on a tour. So seeing even a video from Michael Block like that was really cool.
Yeah.
Why he wanted to be on the YGT, but we see your videos and we love watching those.
Yeah, and Q School is an integral part of like what we've done to like get on tour, and it's just a fun way to. It's a fair way anyone can enter, and just the top, however many we choose, will be on the tour. And so it could be 1, it could be 4, but there will be for sure a qualifying school for spots to be determined.
Oh, I'm getting a cramp. Okay. I think
spots to be determined in January. So get your game ready. And
once again, this is a moment right now. If you guys have made it,
my hamstring started cramping.
Yeah.
Come on,
go, Brad, dude, grow up.
I had to say it once.
But this is a moment also right now. If you've made it this far in the podcast, once again, get in the comments section. We read it. We love it. Give us your thoughts. Give us your opinions. But yeah, we're treating this very seriously. We love that we are in control of the formats. We can make changes.
Yeah.
We can do different things.
We say we're in control, but again, if it's something that they're not liking, I promise.
Oh, we're in control to do what they like.
Yes, I promise we're gonna adapt.
Yeah. So, yeah, we want to make sure that you guys feel like your opinion is heard, even if that's somebody you want to see.
Yeah.
Like a face that is missing that you really want to see on the tour. Let us know as well. But Wes,
there's no good tour without a good.
Oh,
Did you?
no,
No, dude.
I needed that.
You spilled the
Celsius? I'm
Sorry,
tired.
Shout out Celsius.
Every tour has a commissioner. We realize that this is kind of a collective commissioning that we got going on, but we do have one guy behind the scenes that's going to be helping out.
Yeah, he's not here right now, but that man is Josh Mayer. We're going to call him the Mayor, so you will see him in the future. He is one of the smartest guys in the YouTube golf world, an absolute genius, and he's gonna be reading these comments. He's gonna be strategizing with us. So for the Mayor, make sure you drop your opinion below.
And we also don't even really know exactly what he's going to do, but we know the value that he brings. Again, obviously we said he's smart, and he's actually pretty brilliant when it comes to YouTube stuff, but he's just a lot of fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
And we wanted to build this with people we want to hang out with. And he's one of the nicest, sweetest, most fun people to hang out with. So excited to have Josh Mayer on the team.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. I'm not you guys are the detail we got. I'm just like the overall, I'm the hype man, the excitement guy. But I'm excited to, me and Grant, Wes, we've talked about, and probably you too, Brad, to like join pro golf or competitive golf and YouTube golf, and doing that is just like trying to figure out how to do it. We've done it a lot, and it's been amazing, and it's just been a goal of ours to like, how do we do that? How do we do that? And the fact that we're finally here, it excites me a lot. It's like motivated me to like, I want to keep my game sharp. I'm treating this like a PJ Tour event, which is like
you
cool.
have to, because your team relies on you.
Yeah, which
you
is
know?
cool. And so it's like I'm excited to be able to create, in my opinion, what's going to be some of the best content that YouTube has ever seen. I mean, golf's ever seen. I'll put it there.
Yeah.
And combine what we're passionate about and the fun side of golf, but also the pro competitive side, and just blend it together.
Yeah,
so
and we've seen like the lane of professional golf and where it's gone, traditionally speaking, and now with this lane of YouTube golf that we've kind of been a part of for a long time and helped build that community. This is just going to be kind of like a veer in the road that's moving a little bit more towards the competitive side.
Yeah.
I think we've seen in the last year, maybe year and a half, where it has really started moving towards like competitive side with some tournaments that happened last year, and just, you know, all of a sudden a lot of prize money getting into YouTube golf, and I think this is just another add-on to it, and hopefully this just keeps, again, I think they have mentioned this first season is only the beginning. I mean,
it's like the
it's
foundation.
going to evolve. It's hopefully the purses get even bigger, and everything just keeps growing bigger and bigger, and
maybe more events,
more players, maybe. I mean, it's again, a lot of it's up to you guys on what y'all want to see, but I think the sky's the limit, honestly, with this whole thing, and I think
it's so fun, like being in this stage right now. There is a lot of stress trying to get everything together, but it's also really fun to just look at what people want and be able to make changes and hear what people actually enjoy seeing, because we have a good pulse on it, but there's always things that we miss.
Because like we're content creators, and there is like a creative side to what we do, and this is just, it's been really cool. This is a way that we've been able, off the golf course, to continue to kind of scratch that creative itch that we have, and I'm just so excited to get this thing rolling.
I know.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, and also going back to just the people that are on this roster, a lot of them too have, going back to the struggling and trying to make it on tour, I feel like a lot of them are going to take this super serious, just because a lot of the guys on the roster grinded to try and make it on tour, and they've gone through the struggles, and so now it's like they're coming out onto this tour, and it's probably going to feel a little bit freeing to them that they're able to come out here and compete and you know, make some money.
I also think the other really cool thing that I don't think we've mentioned yet in the podcast is when we were making the calls, really to validate what we're building, we didn't have one individual say no. Like, we didn't have to go down like this.
That's pretty cool.
Alternate path, and we, just to be transparent, like, we thought it was going to be difficult to be able to have Garrett, Sean, and Brad be a part of it based off of logistically with all the stuff they have at Good, and like that I feel like is all the validation, like as creators amongst us, that they trust us enough to build out something like this. So Brad, thanks for.
I was going to say thank you guys for having me and all this.
And you were one of the biggest advocates behind the scenes that, again, none of these people really know what all goes on, but
I mean, this is the second y'all told me about this vision y'all had. I mean, I was a believer as soon as you told me, and it's been a wild couple months getting everything in place, obviously on my end, and just getting everything, you know, obviously getting everybody, all the contestants and everything, and it's just crazy. It's all kind of it's all
almost here,
you know, accumulated to this, and all of a sudden we're, you know, the first event's not too far away.
I know. It's like we're on the fairway here, on the final stop
of an actual tour.
That could be over $1 million purse. Like, I can just imagine hitting a shot here when you have so much money on the line. Your team is rooting for you. If it comes down to the final, there's going to be some sort of aspect where you are individual, you're also still helping your team. Like, your team is still relying on you. And so that's just going to be really cool to see when we get to the win here.
And we still, in the final championship here at the individual championship, we don't even know, transparently, we don't even know the format quite yet. We've been talking about it today, trying to dial something in, but
we
whatever.
We have like a really good grasp on it, but we also, we've said it 10 times, like, we're going to rely on feedback
Yeah.
and kind of seeing how people navigate these first few events. Like, if we need to change because we feel like another way will be more intriguing and more competitive, like we're.
But what we've tentatively what we've kind of set our eyes on is individual.
Oh yeah. Everybody's going to be
aspect.
playing their own ball here.
Yes,
Like, this
everyone
is going to
for
be an
themselves.
individual.
We're trying to find a way to tie that team aspect into it as well, where there could legitimately be a person with a 10-footer to win a lot of money for themselves and also a lot of money for their team.
Golly.
And if they miss, it could win a lot of money for a different team. Like there's ways that it could be very high pressure, very high stakes,
and very weird
golf, and like as much as it would be so crazy if it actually came down to like one final putt for that much money.
Right, and the coolest part about this golf course in particular is, we've seen a lot of golf courses. This one has all the makings to be super volatile.
Yeah.
Like there's could be a lot of birdies and eagles. There's also a lot of water that kind of
a lot of water.
Yeah, I'm like, we're in Vegas. Like where did
But I do want to say Brad was the first guy that came to our mind when we thought of this tour. Brad was number one after the last year he's had, but also when we're claiming for this to be a tour, it's already a bold statement. It is going to be the best YouTube golfers we can find, and also just any golfers out there. But Brad was the number one guy, and that's what separates this tour from anything else that we've done, is because it's only the best people and the best players. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Huge thank you to all the sponsors as well. They're going to be a part of this tour, for believing in the product. All the wonderful messages I think we've all received from people that are just wanting to be involved in this, whether it's helping out or they see the vision.
Even on the production side, which we haven't mentioned, this is
a big undertaking.
It's a big operation, and Sky and Carney and Cam and Jalen have played like a huge role in, like, yes, we can craft how to compete with each other, but what those guys have had to do to go out and find the bodies and the talent to be able to put out an elevated product.
There'll be a lot of cameras out there. Yeah, it's going to be a whole production trying to get that many people and that many of the shots captured. So, but yeah, guys, if you made it this far and you have not yet, go subscribe to YGT. We are trying to get that page booming before we release the first video, but the first one will be at Purcell Farms. So stay tuned. We have draft night. We have a lot of fun things that are going to happen. And it's going to be coming out.
One last thanks to the win. Without the win, them being just kind of like unlocking in our minds the ability to dream. That's like, well, maybe we could do this tour that we've dreamed about for the last 2 years. And them saying, hey, we just want to do something crazy and the best in YouTube golf. Y'all come up with the idea, y'all dream it up, and the boldness that Wesley had to pitch it to them. Anyway,
who did I pitch it to? Sorry, I'm really distracted. I lost my footstool.
Hey,
I got them laughing at me.
Again, the win, the golf course, the whole.
Wait, what did I pitch to who?
No, just the tour. You and Grant talking to the win and being like, hey, this is not just one event. What about a tour?
To be fair, they kind of came to us, and we could tell that they were the type. They were like, if it's awesome, we're gonna figure out a way to make it happen. So they've been great.
But I feel like it's a lane of its own, and there will always be the tour out there where the best players will go compete that are just awesome at golf. But this,
it's probably not going to be our tour.
Yeah, and this feels like it's in its own lane, and
the misfits.
Yeah.
The people that have a dark cloud that follow them around.
They just never quite.
Just couldn't say the right things to the right people at the right time and do the right things.
That's coming from a PGA Tour winner,
or hit all the proper shots at the proper time. That led me.
It's not your golf tour. It's the Yips golf tour. We all got the Yips at some point. And that's
I just never was good. I had the Yips, okay? Well, I had the mental Yips.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching this podcast. This is the first time we've ever done anything like this on the channel, but we are so excited. This is, I feel like, the most pumped up we've been about starting something ever. It's the biggest undertaking we've ever done, and so we are so excited for this. Thank you guys for all the support. You guys do make this possible. YGT to the moon.
Hey.
YGT. We'll see you guys at Purcell Farms.
See you on Mars.